when I'm not really putting these gear demos through their paces.
I feel like I'm gonna break it.
Ah, but you didn't because it's indestructible. It's good. And it is indestructible. I like to answer questions that I get on YouTube, so let's get to it. Sean, I have a question. If you use a major 7 chord in a progression, should the rest of the chords in the progression be major 7 voicings too? Well, I think a lot of you people know what I'm gonna say, and that is yes. Now, technically, no. You can sprinkle major 7 chords in wherever you want. Usually they're found on the 1st and 4th degree. The 1st and 4th degree of a chord progression, or of a scale. So like if we're in the people's key, the key of G, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The first chord can become a major 7 chord, and the 4th chord, G, A, B, C, C, major 7 chord can be in there too. Now, I like to add major 7 intervals to all my major chords. So that 5th chord usually is a dominant D7 chord in the key of G, but why not make it a D major 7 chord? Especially, I like this voicing where it's open D, 2G, 2B, 2E. So we're introducing a note that isn't in the key technically, but it works. So instead of like G, C, D, you can have G major 7, C major 7. So that's just, one example of kind of getting away with it. Now you can take this as extreme as you really feel like doing it. Another place would be like the flat 7 of any key. I've done videos on this. Is another place to naturally put like a major chord in general. So in G, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That flat 7 would be F. So F major 7 is another chord voicing that I kind of think of as fair game in the key of G. So like G major 7 to C major 7 to D major 7 to F, D major 7 to C, F. That's another good one. So that would be like a flat 7 major 7 chord would be one way you could maybe kind of try to communicate that. Another one would just be like a major 7 2 chord. So in the key of G that would be A. So why not have A major 7 be there? Because I think something that I've talked about in other videos about like how keys connect and stuff like that, and like maybe using the circle of fifths to cycle through there. Those are, different places where you might find some similar chord voicings that aren't necessarily in a key. So, if we travel through the circle of fifths, that means that the 5th note in a key, G, A, B, C, D, the notes in the key of D are very similar to the notes in the key of G. That's why it kind of works when you make the 5 chord a major 7. And then you can take its 4 chord, the 4th in D, D, E, F, G, is that major 7 again. You could extend that one more, and there's that A. So A is the 5th major chord in the key of D, which is the 5th of G. Now, some of you might already be totally lost in the way I try to explain that, but that's just one reason why an A major 7 will also kind of work in the key of G, even though usually it's a minor chord. It's not even a major chord specifically. So G, D, C, A, G major 7, D major 7, C major 7, A major 7, F major 7, F major 7, back to C. So again, you can take this however far you want. Major 7 chord voicings happen to be kind of like a thing that I use all the time. But I think the point is, there's no right or wrong way to do it. You can get away with putting any kind of chord on any kind of scale degree. It'll just give you a particular type of sound. I just personally think major 7 chords, to my ear and my taste, are something that really kind of work wherever you wanna put them. Speaking as a native of the Sunshine State, really can't think of a better introduction to Florida than having an honest effort to get into the local music scene, help some people out, make a few bucks, and turn it into a harrowing encounter with a meth addict. So this is from last week when I talked about the opera singer that ended up being a crystal meth addict that I somehow let into my home. But on a more positive and fun note, I want to introduce you all to the Florida Man Challenge, which is something that's kind of been going around the internet for a while now, but I just tried it for the first time. It's where you type in your birthday and Florida Man into Google and see what news stories come up. And the one that I did is actually pretty great. Florida man claims he only drank at stoplights, not while driving, so it shouldn't be considered driving while under the influence. Or drinking and driving. So please, share your Florida Man birthday stories in the comments below. Damn, that D'Angelico sounds nice. Also, it may sound silly, but I like that tweed guitar cable. What do you use for cables? Thank you very much. I think this is what you're talking about. This is the Ernie Ball instrument cable, which they sent me a couple of these. And they're just the best. They coil the best. They never ever come loose. I used to be all about the Planet Waves ones just because, like, they were very good value cables for the money, but I went through a bunch of those. These Ernie Ball ones are really fantastic. The tweed one, they look cool. Another one they sent me was the pink one, which I'll say I'm manly enough to rock a pink instrument cable on my YouTube channel. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of Ernie Ball cables, Ernie Ball like accessories and stuff like that. So that's what I use. You know, as far as like, do cables make a difference in like your sound? I found that like, unless you get the real bargain cables, to me they all kind of sound the same. I used to work at Guitar Center and everybody was kind of like shouting out like the Megami Platinum like $100 guitar cable. I personally couldn't tell a difference sonically, but just kind of like the feel of it and the quality of it and how long they last are really what I'm more looking for in a cable. That's why I like the Ernie Ball stuff. Terrible video, sorry. Too much cringeworthy goofing around and chit-chat about non-related crap. Just play, explain, and get on with it. 2 thumbs firmly down. Trying to reconcile the extra hurt of a salty comment giving me 2 thumbs firmly down. But I really think the non-related chit-chat is kind of the cornerstone of this channel, so it will continue. So for listening homework, I want to throw you to a track by Uncle Acid and the Deadbeats, which is a very cool band that my man Justin Mitchell introduced me to. And they're kind of like Caius meets Black Sabbath a little bit. So definitely check that out because we need more psych rock in the world. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard has been really, you know, holding the torch. But check that out. Let me know if you guys have any questions or comments. Hit me up in the comment section, Instagram, Twitter, or the website, and I'll talk to you all soon. Thanks a lot.